law of agency. Now, what are we talking about here with the law of agency? Well, again, there's plenty of uses here in financial services world. There's lots of situations where we have an agency. We have an IFA, for example, who acts on behalf of the customer. So that's the big one, isn't it? An IFA is a big use versus a restricted advisor. Now, restricted advisor is somebody used to be called a tied advisor. This person is restricted to one provider's products. So the IFA acts on behalf of the client. The restricted advisor acts on behalf of the company in which they work on behalf of. The other example you've come across, of course, is the estate agent. Estate agents, of course, sell properties, we know that, but they've got the vendor. Now, the vendor is the fancy name for the person who's selling the house. Now, the estate agent acts on behalf of the vendor. They're the people that are paying the fee to the estate agent. You might be viewing a property and the estate agent might be very nice to you, but they're not you're not their client. So as far as the law of agency is concerned, estate agents act on behalf of the vendor. So how does this happen legally then? Well, first of all, you've got two characters here. So let's just put those up for you. You've got the agent. So let's just put our agent in here for you. There we go. We'll give the agents. There we go. There's the agent. There you go. We give him a little bit of hair, shall we? There you go. So he's the estate agent, or the person who's doing the work effectively. But then on the other hand, you've got what's called the principal. So let's put her in there, shall we? Big eyes, big smile. There you go. There you go. Little pearls there for you. And we'll give her a big bouffant, shall we? She like the hairstyle. Now, she's not known as the principal or the principal. Now, what happens in the law here is that the agent will act on behalf of the principal. That's the whole point. They act on behalf. In other words, the actions they take, there you go, are on behalf of the principal. And that's quite important in law, really, because it's recognised in law that has been accepted. Obviously, there's contracts and signatures and stuff like that required as well. So how does this get monitored and looked after? Well, first of all, you have to have some written authority as such. So let's just put this down here for you. The authority is the written document which gives the agent the authority that they're able to operate from. So if it's an estate agent, they'll act on behalf of the vendor. So, who you can take round the house, how offers are going to be put to the principal, and any other information that comes through as well. And you can't exceed that. You can't go over the authority. So let's put that in there for you. You cannot exceed it. Otherwise, you're acting illegally, effectively. And of course, the vendor want to make sure they're not exceeding their authority. And I guess some estate agents probably do. And in that case, they probably get around if they've exceeded authority, they'll probably get around it by using the principle of apparent authority. Just put that over here for you. Apparent authority. Now, apparent authority is where the agent thinks they have authority because they swear blind that the principal told them verbally. So, for example, if the estate agent's taken on an offer and the offer is at the asking price, the estate agent might say to the applicant, yeah, you can have it, it's yours, it's the asking price. Because they reckon that they got apparent authority to accept that. But the vendor may not have said that. They may, I want you to get more. So that's known as apparent authority. Very difficult to prove it, of course, because it's often verbally as well. But the principal might say, well, use your initiative when it comes to it. So it's often the initiative that's used in those situations. Now, when we get into larger situations, you can ratify the authority after the event. In other words, if somebody's gone on their behalf and they've used apparent authority, they've used their initiative, that could be ratified afterwards and added to the authority, just to tidy things up, really. That's pretty much the The law of agency, there's not much more to it than that. A couple of key words here. You've got the agent and the principal. The principal is the person who's the important one. The agent acts on their behalf. State agents is a key example, but the IFA is another key example that they use a lot in the examination as well. So hope it's been useful.